What is that? Jesus. Hey, Merlin.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive my lack of manners.
Oh.
I am Orrin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon.
Okay.
I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task before us.
That's interesting. I thought Merlin would be the big reveal here, which means they still have a big reveal they can do with Merlin. Cool. I'm here for it. Maybe this isn't the end. What is this place?
What lingers here? It's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form. Raw potential. Unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it?
I'm like, what do you want from me?
Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc was. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
So he wants to kill him properly, and you want to resurrect him properly.
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you.
Me how?
Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed.
Why would they divide the king's soul?
They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
What's flawed about it?
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Did anyone try to resurrect Arthur as a whole?
I tried.
Oh.
And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you.
Me?
The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
You're saying all of that, everything I went through, was all part of your plan?
You flatter me. No, I couldn't have predicted all of that. I merely nudged the Red Church in the right direction and asked Caradoc to assist where I couldn't. I can see you're still doubting me.
What do you want to achieve?
I want to bring back our king. whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future.
And what if it all fails again?
It won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon.
Okay, why do you want this so much? I wonder if they're going to tell me that, like, I have to be the human part of Arthur. I wonder if this is like a sacrifice yourself to bring him back properly kind of thing.
Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
So, you know, this game isn't doing this. I'm 90% certain. But I have to say, it would be super interesting for a game like this if you got to the end of it and it turned out that your character was going to be becoming part of something bigger. And then you get a breakdown of every quest you've completed in the game. And depending on how you complete the quests would add to different attributes like loyalty, honesty, tyrant, you know, stuff like that. And then like your end of the game was like an attributed character, essentially, an attributed ending based on everything you'd done, like building, and then it would show all of that, right? But that, oh man, that could be wild. That'd be fun. Almost like the new Fable's trying to do. From a gameplay perspective, they're talking about doing that a little bit. Yeah, kind of. Anyway, let's go. Even if he is whole, what if the people won't follow him?
They will follow him.
See what happens.
That's
going to be the Emberville update?
When weirdness comes to their doorstep,
they'll
beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask.
Also, remember, I don't know the story of him.
Now you need to go further.
Maybe that's how they're doing it.
I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Brother Griff says, I'm looking forward to Emberville. Me too. I'm glad you are as well. Do we have a date for the EA on Emberville yet? Right now it's summer of 2026, and as always, that could change. But that is our current goal, is summer of 2026 for early access. Early access is going to contain the first biome, possibly the first two, at least 4 weapon types, at least 4 classes, and the first few villagers to get your town going. So that's what's going to be in EA. And we're hoping to have all of the horizontal mechanics at least in fledgling format in EA at that time as well. And then as the patches roll in over the next couple of years, we'll be adding more villagers, more biomes, more weapon types, more quests, more customization, more QOL, more everything. Yep. Will progress carry over between EA and full? I can almost guarantee you that we will request you start a new game at many, many points during the early access period. So although there may be a world where like a save would work on 1.0 from EA, we would almost assuredly recommend you start a new game. Because there's going to be a huge amount of extra development taking place between EA and 1.0. So there's no way I could say now if that would be a thing. Will Emberville support mod support? I don't believe so. I'll verify that with you. But I don't think we're doing like a full mod support kind of thing. Last I checked, we were not, but things change.
I was there when it all began.
Talk more about that later.
When Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army.
I really want to do this ending, so I'm going to kind of focus on this for a bit.
In his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared.
Am I going to side with Caradoc or the other guy?
Then
I don't know yet.
came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us. And no man should have the power to demand such sacrifices.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty torn on Caradoc as well. And you want to kill him once and for all. I've heard that before.
But do you understand why I want it so much?
Because you hate what they've become.
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human.
I mean, he is.
But he wasn't.
No.
He made mistakes.
He's half
just like
forbearing.
any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for by others. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow, they waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn, let it rot, let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it.
And what if the way you leads directly to people's fall and demise? Now, I'm going to ask him this question because this question is going to tell us something very important. Are Caradoc's ideals outweighing reality? Would he sacrifice all people if it meant, like, is he going to give us a line where he's like, well, if the rotten apple falls off the tree, then maybe it should have fallen earlier. You know, like, let's see here.
Then let it.
Yeah, okay.
If this world
Nope.
can't stand
I'm not
without
going
a
his
dead
side.
king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall.
Yeah, okay. You think people can stand on their own against weirdness?
Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern.
Yeah, why
If the weirdness takes them, so be it.
why are you so opinionated
At least
if you
it
don't
won't be
care
another
about the
king's
outcome?
failure. Another lie propping up a dying world. It'll just be.
Are you like just
what
that
it is.
sullen? You literally do not care what happens to the people that you're trying to change the future of. Because of how much he hates Arthur. That's crazy. You want people to face adversity without guidance and leadership. Isn't that just chaos waiting to happen? He's gonna be like, yeah, but I don't give a shit.
And call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its own weight. What comes after?
Jeez.
That's for the ones still standing to figure
Yeah,
out.
I kind of hope we can tell him, like, do you realize what you've become? Do you realize that Caradoc has become the exact thing that he hates, where he will do anything and sacrifice anyone to get to his goal. He is literally the exact thing that he is telling Arthur is the problem. Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table can just crown someone new and replace him.
Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight.
Wow.
And when
That
he's
loathing.
gone,
Yeah, dude.
the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while, maybe they won't. I've lived longer than any man should, seen more than anyone should ever bear. And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance, to end it all, to end him.
You want to throw away Avalon's hope just like that.
Arthur isn't Avalon's hope. He's its curse. He's the chain that keeps it bound to the past, dragging it down no matter how far it tries to climb. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws, we shattered them. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered.
Does Caradoc
The bill
know
comes due, sooner
what
or
we
later.
know?
Always. This cannot be allowed to continue.
Does Caradoc know
Listen,
that Arthur is a
It's taken
forebearer?
longer than I ever imagined.
Fore-dweller?
But now, here we are.
I don't think he does.
You've done what no one else could. What even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together. Almost complete, but not quite. And because of you, I can finally finish what I started centuries ago. So, thank you for bringing us to this moment. You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. Complete what you came here for. And then, we'll meet again. As allies, or as enemies. That's up to you. Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this. Whatever comes next, I'll be ready. I hope you will be too.
I have to admit, I really, really enjoy what this game has done, because they have essentially we've got to the end of the game, and there is no clear right or wrong answer. And I really like that. Like, I just thought, like, man, it's going to be wild doing this playthrough as our mage, because our mage is going to go full Camelot, right? Our mage is going to let Galahad live. He's going to side with Camelot. He's going to not do any of the Dalrita stuff. And what's crazy is, if I got that character to this point, I wouldn't know what to do with him either. Like, it's and that's awesome. Like, both extremes don't have a good outcome so far, which is really cool. I'm still so torn. Like, I can't wait to see what my options are. I don't even know what my options are at this point. Huh. So we have the choice between anarchy and a strong leader. So here, there's so many things to consider. First of all, Arthur has never been fully resurrected. That's a big thing to consider. 2, we know that Arthur turned to become a shit leader towards the end. We know that he really messed up, and taking our journey with Arthur has showed us multiple times that he makes really bad decisions, with the impetus being saving his people. So we know that bringing him back could be a lot of trouble. Like, that may not be a good decision to just bring him back. We also know that he has definitely changed his perspective on his journey with us. We know that we've talked through things he's done, and he has said things like, I regret how I did that. Maybe I didn't handle that properly. So is the journey we took good enough to change that leader from what he was into what we want him to be? So, was that more of a growth of the character or reflecting on a result? Like Tommy just said. So, yeah, like, there's so many. Hob?
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer.
Wow.
Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die.
Oh, shit. Oh, there's a whole other angle to this that we didn't consider. Okay. Of course, right? Of course. I didn't expect that. Why do you want to die?
Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices, or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations.
The VA is amazing.
Of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
What about Orrin? He's trying to bring you back whole this time.
Orrin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. And the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orrin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem?
I mean, I'm kind of seeing where this guy's coming from, but like, we know his history. He was not passively letting this happen. Like, I wonder if this is just Arthur's humanity. Like, I wonder if the premise is that this is Arthur stripped of his, what is it? His strength, his honor, and what's the last one? What's the last one? So this is Arthur without his strength, his honor, and his courage. Is that what it was? Oh wait, no, it's not honor. It's strength, wisdom, and courage. So this is like the stripped down version of him. Okay, so this is only the tiny part, which makes sense why he's acting so like defeatist. And Caradoc, he wants to destroy you forever.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other.
I'm sorry, dude, I'm rezzing you again.
People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place.
What is it in death that you want? Probably just nothingness.
I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle.
Don't we all?
Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur. Not as the king. Just as a simple, normal human being.
Don't you care what happens next with your kingdom?
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is, to finally not care what happens next? Whether Orrin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures. To not see my memory tarnished, my plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud. To not see the suffering my name causes. No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones.
You're the human part of Arthur's soul. Without you, he can't be whole.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me
So wait,
anymore?
we can be the human part? You've been through a lot, but there has to be another way that doesn't involve your ultimate death.
Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, Another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over. Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you, because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice, not mine, not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side with, Orrin, Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself, or give it to someone else. I don't even want to know.
Jeez.
Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally rest. Let me die. Please.
God damn, dude. God damn. I don't know what ending we're doing, but I'm giving that dude what he wants. It doesn't seem right bringing him back, man. Doesn't seem right. Even if it's better for everyone else, that man is cashed. That man's done. That man is done. Yep.
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you.
So about that.
Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
Always a pleasure to see you. Let me go. Let me finally rest.
Oh, the Holy Grail? It ends with the Holy Grail. Of course it does. Oh, man. Of course it does.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow.
What if I use the life spindle that the Weaver gave me?
He shall find his way home. The tear between the worlds shall close.
Interesting. What if I choose Orrin's path?
You will vanish into the story you chose to restore.
What if I choose Caradoc's path?
You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you.
What if I take it for myself?
You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed.
What if I give it to someone else?
You will shape the world to become its witness.
I want to use the life spindle.
Then the prince will ascend and return to his mother. The heart shall cease its bleeding. Through his ascension, the weirdness will be tamed.
Wait, what? The Red Death will disappear? The weirdness will be okay?
I won't let this happen.
Wait.
Not again.
Oh, I guess this technically brings back Arthur. I think. You know what? Die. Get out of here. Not a one-shot. Nice. But still down. Where's there more? Oh.
You uncovered the truth buried in the weirdness and used it to return Arthur to where he truly belonged, ending the cycle and securing Avalon's future. The Four-Dweller Mother's heart, no longer bleeding, sealed the wound in the world, and with it, ended the Red Death that had stolen so many lives. And so, the legend of King Arthur began to fade. In its place grew a stronger Avalon, where the weirdness was no longer feared, but understood. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side, the South found a peace it hadn't known in years.
Okay.
The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it became a land ruled by its own people on its own terms.
Also, tapestry ending.
Because of you, the men here remained and the CohhCarnage endured, not just as a place, but as a legacy of quiet defiance and hope. Lord Yvain was remembered as a hero who gathered the wise and set out in search of the Grail, while CohhCarnage stood as a peaceful haven amid
that
the
means
weirdness.
He didn't make it back. Whoops. Well, good try.
You awakened the giants, only to command their end, leaving no power behind for either side to claim. Without their strength, the balance held, but the divide between Camelot and the Dal Rita remained, wide, bitter, and far from settled. Fergus was named the new Galahad the Loyal.
Hey!
With One Eye and Brandon unable to rally the Dal Rita of the Forlorn Swords, the South remained divided. Fergus prepared Camelot's forces to reclaim the region by strength, determined to restore unity through conquest if necessary.
Oh, that's not good.
The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land.
Okay.
One Eye ruled the South with the horns of the South at his side. The Dal Rita, the Forlorn Swords, remained divided, leaving the South strong but isolated. Without wider unity, his rule endured for a time. The future beyond his leadership remained uncertain. Nianta left CohhCarnage with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Maggot left CohhCarnage alongside Yvain, surprising many who had long considered him harmless and weak. His fate remained unknown, but in time, the people spoke proudly of the last druid, claiming him as one of their own. Orrin left CohhCarnage alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. Ailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing. The Volca joined the rest of the Dal Rita, without a matron and without Mathar's blessing. Even so, their warriors kept the ferocity they had once been famed for, tempered now by a clarity that left the other tribes uneasy. They were respected, but only barely. For what greater dishonor is there than turning one's back on the goddess who had made them what they were?
Whoops.
Ingrid turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Stronar's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength. He rebuilt the tribe and reunited them with the rest of the Dal Rita, restoring their place among the tribes of the Forlorn Swords. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balan led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines. You stood as her protector, and the Bee Queen believed you understood her purpose. But from the ruins of Brock Mala, her brood now spreads unchecked, and the South must bear the weight of your promise. You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body. Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores. You placed self at the head of the children of Morrigan. Operating from the shadows, the Guild reshaped Avalon's politics through quiet influence and assassination, while the people lived unaware of the power that ruled them. You chose to dismantle the children of Morrigan. There were no more crows to carry out her will, for now. Morrigan withdrew into silence, patient as ever, waiting for the day when new souls would rise to serve her again. You chose to free the Four-Dwellers, but captivity had broken their minds. They turned on their savior and were slain. Without the song, the Stone Warden craft ended, and their legacy was lost with the death of the last of their order. You and Elisa built a quiet life together by the sea. Far from Avalon's struggles, you lived in peace, and for once no legend was written, only days shared in contentment.
No.
After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, and most preferred not to remember. O Queen Cinnamon Sage never forgot the bond he shared with you. Proud of the path you chose, he built a small shop near your grave, and in quiet moments, still spoke to you as he once did. A friend loyal beyond the bounds of life.
That's really sweet. Dude! Oh, that was so good! That was so good. CEO taking all the credit, but only if it's good. Marcin Smirkot. Man, that was really good. That was such a good game. I'm so glad we finished it. And also, to be honest, I'm really glad we played it like we did. Like, I played it at a rate that didn't have any burnout. Like, I was fully engaged to the end. Like, oh, man, that was great. That was great. That was great. Congratulations, you've completed the game. You can now return to the world just before the ending can continue. If you're ready for a greater challenge, you can start New Game Plus with your current character inventory and progress. Wow. Interesting. So you can New Game Plus. You couldn't hear a word you were saying? Don't worry, it wasn't anything too interesting. Guys, that's Tainted Grail. After literal months of playing this game, we have finished Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. And I'm so glad we did. This was incredible. Incredible. Am I going to make another thoughts video? I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to make another thoughts video because everything I say applies. I really enjoyed the last act. I really enjoyed the ending. The whole ending process was a little, there were times when it kind of jumped a little quickly between things, but I like how the whole thing played out. That was a very solid ending. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I am out of here for now. I'll be back in about an hour, just over an hour. We've got some drop frames today, which is our weekly talk show. Probably be talking about a few things on there today. There's been more than a few things to talk about, so we'll do all that. And yeah, then tomorrow morning we'll be back at 8 a.m. ET. I'm not sure for what yet. May do a little bit of Neo 3 cleanup or maybe start some Rift Breakers or something. Should be fun. Should be fun, but we'll figure that all out. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy the Emberville trailer that's about to play, and I will see you guys in about an hour for more fun and games. Bye-bye.